Okay, Jim, guys, and we can start now. So, hello everyone. I'm Nora. It's very exciting to host the crypto market insight session with our guest. Today, we asked to have with us our guest who will be sharing their opinions on the market trends. As a host of today's discussion, I'll be leading us through a thought-provoking conversation that promises to be both informative and engaging. So, whether you're an experienced crypto user or just getting started, we encourage you to sit back, relax, and join us for what is sure to be an enlightening discussion on this week's market performance, trends, and hotspots. The live session is broadcasting on CoinW Live channel and CoinW's YouTube channel. Welcome all to watch and leave your opinions or questions about market, coin, exactly in the comment. Our guest will pick up some to answer. In this part, we would like our guest to share your market insights on any crypto tokens you want to talk about. Please be free to share the screen to let us watch your charts. Nice to see you, Priya. So, firstly, let's invite Priya.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me, Nora. And good evening, everyone. So today market condition. Let's talk quickly about the today market condition. So yeah, however, the right now the market is kind of in wait and watch mode because the reason uh, drop actually it was went up to 59.9, so it's closer to that, right? So 60K, we can say it's 60K. And right now again it's refused to give a break on here on the top of 72, so it's holding in between 60 and 72. This is actually struggling part because we don't have any other catalyst to move this price towards the bullish one. So what I personally think is, again, market is going to check out the support level up to the 60K because here we got the short-term selling pressure, and right now even we found the support on the position of 65 somewhere. And what I think is, again, it's not a bigger volume, so bigger volume of selling pressure we got here on this support level. So majorly the sellers are so aggressive when compared to the buyers, and there is no more catalyst which running the market. So what I expect is it may drop more up to the same support level. Again, it's going to test the buying pressure on the 60K. I hope so. So when it comes to the Ethereum, is also moving a sideways, and as usual, Ethereum is also move as like BTC. So it's not a panic situation, but it's also not a full bullish momentum. I don't think it's a full bullish momentum. So overall sentiment, what I still feel is it's cautious, and a lot of traders are also waiting for clear direction, especially because of global macro news and the interest rate expectations as well. Whenever the rate cuts get delayed, the risk assets like crypto usually slow down, and that's what's happening right now. But we are all waiting for that to move forward, and that's exactly what we are seeing now. So no need to get panic. This situation is going to change anytime. But the interesting part I have seen here is, even though the BTC and Ethereum are moving sideways, some altcoins are still showing a small momentum that I have seen some more momentum with the positive stuff. So I think today I have seen some other altcoins also reacting with a bit pump. So that could be the good sign actually. So whatever. So whatever we are facing right now is temporary. Anything may change anytime, so no need to worry some. And this momentum towards the other altcoins that also tell us the money is rotating. It's not completely leaving the market, so we have to be keep on safer side with this market. So smart money is also being selective here. So the kind of market needs patience, so it's not the time to chase every pump. So risk management is very important. I wanted you guys to be always with the risk management. If you're a long-term investor, this could be a good phase to solely accumulate a strong projects instead of doing all in at once. Yeah. So, and also as usual, dollar cost average will be best at the when you see the bottoms, right? So What I personally feel is this is more consolidation phase before the next big move. Maybe this could be so the market is building energy once we get a strong catalyst, maybe a macro data or liquidity shift. So we could also see the volatility return quickly. So stay calm and manage your risk. So that's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thanks for your analysis of the Bitcoin. Well, next one, let's hear from Lee.
No problem. So I'm going to share my screen here. Hold on a second. Yeah. So you can see my screen. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna do a brief introduction of the recent market. Yeah, and there's too much macro policies and news this week, and tomorrow we're gonna see if the CPI goes well or not. And regarding this round of decline, the price keep going down, and people's it feels it's gonna be a bearish markets coming, and different analysis, different people have different interpretations, and personally I believe this bear market resembles more of a liquidity reset rather than a structural crash. So BTC's recent failure to fulfill its safe haven narrative should not be viewed as a setback, but rather as part of the asset's ongoing evolution. Moreover, the increased sensitivity of Bitcoin to equities and growth assets reflects its deeper integration into traditional financial markets, and partly due to institutional participation, ETF activities, and the change in macroeconomic risk sentiment. So today I'm going to introduce and say something about the price of the take the ETHX example, and you guys can see that from my graph. Today, we find on-chain DEX like the fair index hits a record low of 5. It's very low, and yet on-chain data shows an increase in long positions, which is a good signal, and maybe the market is going to recovery. And the current market conditions are ripe for a rebound if there is no volatility after tomorrow CPI release and the market stabilizes, and the long position can be taken if the price goes stable. But we from technically we don't know if the price going to uh, here or here or here. So we just need to set the support level, and if the price keep going stable, and we can open long position, and they also buy some spot from BTC or ETH. So in the short term, expect consolidation between maybe around 1910 to 2010 from ETH. And if the BTC, I would like to say maybe I would like to say 66,000 to 69,000, and for BTC. So if the macroeconomic conditions stabilize the market, consolidations on lower volume, and I mean it's not the price is stable and the volume is low, and it's going keep a very long time, and maybe it's a good position for you to open long. And if macroeconomy headwinds persist and the capital continue to flow out, we can find the signal from ETF. And the next support level to watch are like 1750 and for Ethereum, and also 62K for BTC, so which could serve as effective bottoms. Yeah, this is from my side.
Okay, good. Thanks for sharing. Well, next one, let's hear from Crypto Minister.
Yeah, Jim, guys. How you doing? Right?
Yes, yes. I think you can stay clear from the microphone.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we can't hear you clearly.
What about, can you hear me like this? Is it clear now?
Yeah, it's okay now, I think.
All right, so let's go to BTC. Mm,
Yes, we can see your chart.
okay, very good. Well, from our last analysis, we talked about the market bouncing off a support zone here from this place, and everybody can see the way market is reacting so far since last week to this zone, and that has caused the market to go higher a little bit before this current retracement. And over the week, I've been able to maximize the opportunity, taking trades in line with the market directional bias. For now, the overall trend is still bearish, though currently the market is reacting at a support level, in which literally technically we'll be expecting a little bit of um, uptrend to clear of liquidities sitting above all of these places. Uh, but then before that, for now, technically, I am still going to be selling the market, provided there is an opportunity to sell. I'll be selling again from this point over here. If I get my confirmation confluence, I will sell to this zone over here that I marked in white. So for now, the market has been showing a little bit strength, trying to buy back again after it declined to about 59K over the last week. And I think the all-time high it did after the short-term bearish market of 72K. So for us to be bullish again, I'm expecting the market to break above this high over here. That is about 72,300. So when we have something like this, I expect the market to come to about 75 to 80K. Then we keep selling downwards since the narrative of the crypto market is already changing from the bullish move now to the bearish move. So, and this is going to be all I have for BTC. So BTC for now is still bearish, and I will be expecting to sell provided I get my confirmation entry. Let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum has been very good for me over the week. So, and as you can see, same thing happening on BTC, and literally almost all peers, the market reacting to a very strong overall support zone over here. And like I said the last time, if the market had broken this support zone, then we are going to the next demand zone over here around 1,550 or thereabouts. But for now, considering the current state of the market is reacting to this support zone, and from there we had a little bit push to 2,200 thereabouts. So for now, the market is gradually retracing, and we've retraced a lot lately. I'm expecting the market to push to the upside. However, all of this analysis has to do with a confirmation or entry, and the reason is because for now the market is very very volatile, and you cannot just take a trade from just a single market time frame point of view. So you need to go to the lower time frame to get a confirmation entry to support your analysis. So for Ethereum is still bearish a little bit, though currently we are having retracement to the upside. If I will buy, I will be expecting the market to break above this place a little bit. That is 2050. But for us to have like an overall bullish sentiment, the market is expected to break above this zone, which is standing as a form of resistance. Should the market not break it, then the market most likely will keep going down, considering sentiment on ground. Though tomorrow, if we have a very positive CPI news that can promote the market to the upside, then that is very fine, and that is going to make the market recover a little bit. However, if the news tomorrow should be negative and we experience a break of this zone over here, then the market is expected to get to about 1,005, which is going to be very, very devastating for the crypto market. Let me share one more thing from Ripple. This is XRP. XRP has been moving quite well, a little bit, breaking a new structure over here to the downside. And this is just a basic market structure drawing and movement. And I've been trying to make use of the little opportunity it has been providing a little while lately. So over here, we can see the market has touched this resistance supply zone over here. I call it supply zone. It's the same thing as the resistance zone. And from there, market reacted from here. And when we had a lower time frame change of character over here around this place, I think, so I saw an opportunity to sell over here, and I've been on this sell for a while now since on Sunday. So let's see how it goes. So I'm expecting if we are going to have a little bit pump from a Ripple XRP, the market should bounce off this new demand zone here. However, just like I said for Ethereum, no trade must be taken in isolation. There must always be a lower time frame confirmation entry. If not, it is bad considering the fact that the market is volatile at the moment and the major sentiment out there is bearish. So this is all I have for us this week. So I'm expecting XRP to continue trending downward. Currently, it is reacting to this resistance zone over here after a break of structure to the downside at this point. So I'm expecting XRP to keep coming down. But if the market should violate this current resistance and break above this place, then I'm expecting the market to plummet to the upside. So that is all I have for us today. Thank you for listening.
Okay, nice. Thanks for Crypto Minister. Yeah, thanks for your analysis for this week. Well, next one, let's hear from Josephine.
Yeah, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So let me quickly share my screen. Okay, just a second. Okay, enter the screen. Let's go back. All right. So basically, let me go to BTC. All right. So good day, guys. So BTC has actually been nosediving, and obviously some things I least expected happened. So a couple of days ago, I have actually not been paying attention to my previous analysis. So I decided to zoom out to see on the outer view of the previous analysis I've made before now. And when I checked, I noticed that after we got a flag right here, right after we got like a flag right here, the market pushed, give us an impulsive movement to the upside. So but mind you, I had drawn out like a demand level at this place. Okay, I had drawn out a demand level at this place. Then most probably I just drew it like casually without the intention of the market getting to that level. So when I zoom out this week, I noticed that market literally crossed the initial trend. Like you see this line right here, which indicate that we are in the uptrend, right? Market actually break through that place and tapping into this demand or that level here. Okay, so what I'm actually looking at right now is that what we currently have is that this is on the monthly time frame. Okay, so the market actually triggered some demand at this level, and we have like a rejection right here. But usually I have one funny way of trading other blocks like this. All right, so basically what I do is that when we have like a huge block here, what I do is that I just probably split it into two, because most time other block fill at 50%. All right. So since this just tapped the end, I'm still expecting the market to probably push a little bit down to literally activate major orders at this level. So I'm expecting BTC to push down to somewhere around 56, 27 thereabouts, before we get a rebound to the upside. So that's that on the higher time frame. But on the daily time frame, yeah, as you can see, the market has actually initiated some good sales opportunity. All right. So from the rejections we got above here, because we have like a range around this level, the market sold to this level, but still, we are still getting some rejection around this level. So for me, it's still, confirm that possibly the market might probably maybe give a push to some other block around here and probably sell down more. So for now, I'm just being skeptical about buy orders for now. I just want that order to be filled on a higher time frame before wanting to initiate some buy. And that has actually limited my portfolio in adding any other, even spot bags as of the moment. So basically, that's that. And the thing that actually interplayed also is literally the same with what we have on Ethereum. Now, if you check on Ethereum on a monthly time frame, you see that it has actually formed the same structure. All right, the same structure here. We had our swing low here, which got triggered before the market impulsive movement to the upside, and this major crash has actually pulled it back into the same zone. All right, into the same zone. So right now, you see that it got triggered at this level at 177 thereabouts, and what we're having is just like a rejection on the lower time frame. You see just multiple rejection candles, and right now I personally will feel that the market may possibly push from here, but I would want this order to complete entirely. And if you zoom out, all right, if you zoom out very well and based on candles formations, you can see that we have a very cool evening star right here. All right. So this might just look like a retest of this evening star that was formed around this region. So anything can possibly happen within this place. This rejection, I don't know how strong the others filling in at this level is, but there are tendencies for it to probably push down a little bit before continuing to the upside. So these are just the basic asset I've been looking at. I've been scalping on the lower time frame, especially on the daily. As you can see, I got some quick sells, and after the break of this trend line, I caught this little sell within this region also. So for now, I'm just being skeptical to see what the market. The thing I'm not for now, I'm not even seeing more of a buy pressure coming in, because I actually felt that this candle that was forming before now would probably form like bullish engulfing candles kind of. But what we are having here is not even initiating any form of bullish engulfing. So the buyers are not really setting in that much yet. So probably I feel the market might want to do some kind of taps into this level. All right, then probably we now look forward to getting some buy energy coming in. So basically, that's that for now. I've just been on Ethereum and BTC, which are the main pairs. But now I just literally left my favorite pair, TRB, and some other pairs, just focusing on the main one to scalp good opportunity. So I think that's basically all from my end for now. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks for Josephine. That's very clear. And the last one, let's invite Boris.
Yeah. Hey guys. So yeah, just gonna go over Bitcoin quickly. So it did have the quick crash to 59,500, and it did increase to almost 70. Yeah, actually over 72. And now it did come back down to 65. So it's pretty much like the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. So for Bitcoin itself, I think I really agree with what Lee said earlier with the fear and greed index. It went to an all-time low. So I do think that this low right here, that's the bottom for now. And then what's most likely to happen is Bitcoin really needs to hold this level at around 65, 64. So that's probably where the 0.5 fib is coming in at. I'm not even going to bother drawing it because I can just tell visually. But yeah, as long as we hold 64, 65. I think this is the low for now at 60. And then what I'd be waiting for in Bitcoin is a push above 70 again. That would align with the 70K psychological level. And also this will be a break above the 21 EMA. So that's what I'm waiting for on Bitcoin to put a swing position on. Now, the other thing I wanted to point out is that, on the monthly time frame, Bitcoin actually went down to a very important moving average, which is the 55 exponential. So basically, the 55 EMA has always served as a good area of dynamic support and resistance for Bitcoin, going back throughout all its history. So the first time it touched down on the 55 EMA was back in January of 2015. So that was over a decade ago. And at first it consolidated a bit, and then eventually this led to a run up of over 6,700%. Pretty much held that support. It even held that support during the COVID dump. It did wick below for a bit. Now the only time it went below was in January of 2022 during the FTX collapse, and we also had Luna and a lot of bad stuff happening in the markets. But after it went above the 55 again, we went up like 300, 400% to the all-time highs at 120. So right now, Bitcoin is once again testing this area, the 55 moving average on the monthly. So I think it's very, very critical that Bitcoin holds this level at around 63,000. If it holds 63,000, probably have a good chance of bouncing back to like 100K. However, if we lose this level, then I think it's a good chance we'll go back to like 30,000. So that's just my viewpoint on the market for now.
Okay, nice, professional. Thanks for Boris. Well, guys, I will share my screen, and in this part, we have some questions for our traders. Well, the first one is BTC is currently seeing a mind rebound around the 70K level. Is this rebound sustainable? And the second question is, what are your expectations for Bitcoin's rebound sceneries? Well, this question, let's first invite Priya.
Oh, thanks for the question. Okay. So Bitcoin rebound around 70 and 72. I have seen the level. It could be an encouraging one, but it's still too early to call it as a confirmed breakout. Why? Because the sellers are actively participating on each and every top. So the zone is both psychological and technical level. So holding above it is important. For this rebound to be sustainable, BTC needs to maintain the support near 68K and also break above than 72 or 74K resistance area with the strong volume. Then we can expect the rebound. So and also, if you see the solid spot demand and the control leverage, the next upside targets could be around 75K dollars to 878 as well. So, if the volume remains weak and the price gets rejected at the resistances, could also simply be a short-term relief rally before the another pullback. So, at this stage, I would say the rebound is constructive, but not yet it is confirmed. So confirmation through the volume and structure will determine the next major move. So until that, you have to wait. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for the details you are sharing. That's really great. Thanks for Priya. And next one, let's invite Lee.
Hi, Nora. So this question, from my perspective, as I said, this rebound may merely be a short-term technical adjustment. It's not going to be a very deep bearish market. So driven by support levels such as around 70,000 range and oversold RSI signals, but lacking strong fundamental support such as slowdown in ETF inflows or macroeconomic uncertainties. So its sustainability is low as it is vulnerable to influences from Federal Reserve policies or global risk sentiment. Moreover, from the technical standpoint, adjustments often require more time, and in the coming period, we can continue to observe and consider allocating some support positions at lower levels. So I think this market is going to we just need to take some time and to see it's go bearish or bullish. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Let's see. And then let's invite Crypto Minister.
Yeah, well, to me, the rebound 70K level is still not sustainable yet, unless we push higher to about 90K or so. To me, the 70K level was perhaps a reaction to the higher time frame support level that literally everybody has shown on their screen. So, well, before I can start saying it is sustainable, I'm looking forward to the effect of the news tomorrow. So for now, it is too early to say it is sustainable. For my expectation, BTC is well, technically, the market is more like getting deeper into the bearish one. So even if we are going to have anything like a rebound, perhaps could be a retracement to cap a new supply zone, then we keep selling downward. So personally, my expectations for BTC rebound will be determined by a lot of things. I just feel like for now, let's focus on the effect of the news tomorrow.
Okay, great. Thanks for Crypto Minister. This question is quite important for investors. Then let's hear from Josephine.
So, all right. So basically, yeah, the rebound to 70K level is 100%. For me, from my aspect of trading, yeah, I believe that should happen between today and maybe first thing tomorrow morning. Because if you check on the charts, all right, the rebound is for me is so sustainable. Because if I had seen that trigger, if I didn't zoom out earlier on, I would have leveraged the opportunity to dive into it. All right. Now, from the trigger that happened somewhere around 62K thereabouts, we got an impulsive candle that stretched to 70K directly. Now it has actually retraced that candle 50%. So literally from the candle that is currently forming, the daily candle that is forming, and also even the 4 hours, the tendencies of it rebounding to 70K is quite very, very sustainable. Which for me, I think in the couple of hours from now, that should have happened and played out. I think that's just that.
Okay, great. Thanks for Josephine. And the last one, let's hear from Boris.
Um, so yeah, I pretty much will repeat my thoughts from my earlier analysis. I think yeah, the rebound is sustainable as long as Bitcoin holds above like 60, yeah, like 63,000. And yeah, I'm just expecting well, for rebounds, I really wanted to get above 70. If we can get above 70, then it's probably not much resistance to get back up to let's say like 90,000. We spent a lot of time consolidating between like 95, 85,000. So if we can get above 70, I think we'll go to 85 to 95,000. And then but let's talk about the reverse scenario if Bitcoin doesn't bounce from this area. Like let's say it falls below 60, then I would expect another big dip down to 50. So yeah, either Bitcoin holds here and goes to like basically above 75, 80, or it just tanks and goes to 50. But for right now, I am bullish based on historical statistics. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Okay, right. Thanks for your viewpoint. Thanks for Boris. Let's look forward to the future price of Bitcoin. Then let's dive into the question two. Is the market downturn? Altcoins have once again suffered heavy losses, with many dropping more than 50%. Meanwhile, tokenized US stocks and gold tokens have significantly outperformed altcoins in terms of returns. Could tokenized stocks and gold siphon liquidity away from altcoins and take their place in the crypto market? Yeah, in this question, let's talk about the gold, the tokenized US stocks. First one, let's hear from Priya.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. Okay. So, in the short term, what I can say is the tokenized US stocks and gold tokens can absolutely chiffon liquidity away from the altcoins, especially during this risk of environment. When the market turns defensive, then the capital naturally rotates toward assets which also perceived as more stable or fundamentally backed. So, such as gold-linked tokens are the tokenized equities that track real-world cash flows. Actually, the altcoins are highly liquidity sensitive, as we know that when the BTC drops, very 5 to 10%, and we have seen the altcoins can drop more. So mostly it's a narrative driven. So when the liquidity tightens, they tend to underperform the most. So the tokenized stocks and the gold offer the exposure to traditional assets within the crypto ecosystem, so which also makes them attractive during uncertainty. So I don't believe they will permanently replace altcoins. Um, Altcoins represent innovation, ecosystem growth, and asymmetric upside. So something tokenized traditional asset can't offer. So what I'm saying is the capital rotation, not a structural replacement, I think. So during this downturns, defensive tokenized assets may also dominate. But when liquidity turns, which means when the liquidity returns and risk appetite also improves, altcoins typically regain the momentum easily. That's how I think about it. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thanks for your analysis. Well, next one, let's hear from Lee.
Yeah. So from my side, there may be particle profiling, and but there will not completely replace altcoin. Yeah. Um, Tokenized assets such as USDT-backed gold or stock RWA assets offer more stable value anchoring and hedging functions and attracting risk-averse capital during bear markets and shifting uh, liquidity from highly volatile altcoins. However, the core appeal of altcoin lies in innovations such as DeFi and NFTs. Once the bull market returns, their high beta returns will remain attractive. But now, maybe not. So my recommendation is allocate more to RWA and the mainstream spot assets like ETH or BTC for short-term risk aversion, and consider altcoins when the market conditions improve, when maybe the market is recovery, and if the regulatory tailwind favor RWA and their market share will continue to rise in this year as institutions and traditional industries are increasingly allocating to Web3 assets. So this is what we need to do. Yeah, from my side.
Okay, great. Thanks for your suggestion. Well, next one, let's hear from Crypto Minister.
Oh yeah, thank you. Um, well, one thing that is normal in the financial market is investors take profit from one particular um, asset and take it to another one, and I believe that's literally what is happening right now for the altcoins. A lot of people don't really believe so much, especially in terms of return on altcoins, especially the way the 2025 market year around, significantly to like these things like most altcoins did not perform quite well, and coupled with the hype on gold, I believe that is one of the reasons why I feel like investors are moving funds from their coins, crypto especially, to other asset types so they can maximize their profit. At the end of the day, the reason why we do all of this is for profit. So I think for the meantime, yeah, for the meantime, we'll still continue to see gold and the likes of these tokenized stocks going higher, especially with the fact that they have a lot of publicity behind them. They are doing quite very well, even a lot of than a lot of our altcoins. So, but at the end of the day, crypto has come to stay. I believe altcoins continue to be, while at the same time the stocks and the gold will continue to do the both will continue to coexist together. So I don't think that the gold is going to like take the place of altcoin. The highest that can happen is the return of investment for now due to the current condition of the market. For gold is going to be higher than that of altcoin.
Okay, nice. Thanks for Crypto Minister. And then let's hear from Josephine. Okay, Josephine, can you hear me? Any network issue? Okay, never mind. We can wait for him and let's invite Boris now.
Um, so yeah, I would say, yeah, like I think we talked about this question last week about tokenized stocks and gold. Um, yeah, I don't think they'll take their place in the crypto market because people can just trade stocks in gold and silver and on traditional brokers and exchanges. So I don't think this will necessarily, yeah, I don't think this will replace anything in the crypto market. It's just an option for now because things are a bit bearish. So yeah, I would say they won't take their place. It's just, yeah, just a temporary option for now. That's really what I like. That's personally what I'm doing. Like I'm personally trading like tokenized silver and gold myself, just because everything in the crypto market is kind of just moving, you know, together. So it's good to have some diversification, but I don't think they'll replace um altcoins. So yeah, I view it just as an alternative option to trade. So yeah, I hope that answers the question.
Okay, exactly. So, Boris, is there any kind of altcoins you are looking forward to in 2026?
Um, right now I'm actually I have a long position on H bar. It's more of a swing trade, just based on like the next few days. But yeah, I have a bullish view on H bar, and then also on Atom. Atom is looking quite bullish right now, and also Theta. So I'm currently long on, yeah, H bar, Atom, and Theta. I think they're looking better than the rest of the altcoin market.
Okay, nice. Thanks for sharing. So let's dive into the question three. While looking ahead at the market trend for the remainder of 2026, what core drivers will put Bitcoin out of the shadows and reignite the upward trend? Firstly, let's hear from Priya.
Okay, so 2026. Okay, so Bitcoin's next strong upward trend, which also depends mainly. What I think is which needs mainly liquidity. It depends upon the liquidity, even institutional inflows, and also the macro stability. So those are very important for the uptrend. So upward trend will not happen very easily, but these three things are very important. What I personally think first about the global liquidity, that's the most powerful catalyst. That we see clear rate cuts when we see that, and yeah, that as well I mentioned already about the rate cuts. When you see the rate cuts, and that is so easier for the market to give upward. So easing the monetary policy or weaker dollar, that could also increase the risk appetite and support a stronger Bitcoin rally. And also there's sustained institutional participation, especially the consistent ETF inflows and corporate allocations. Even that can also create the structural demand that pushes BTC beyond the consolidation phase. That I think about it. And finally, it's about some more regulatory clarity, and also broader adoption which will help to unlock the sideline capital and also strengthen the long-term confidence into it. So, improving this liquidity, also steady institutional inflows and supportive macro conditions. That could move out the consolidation and re-enter the strong upward cycle. So, without the liquidity expansion, the upside may remain the gradual rather than the explosive. So, I think these three are very important stuff for the upward trend, and these are the major things I think about the market. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thanks for sharing. So, next one, let's hear from Lee.
So I would like to say the core drivers, the main factors, basically, from my side, I would like to say there's a total four main factors. The first one is going to be microeconomic recovery. It's very important, such as the deepening of the Federal Reserve's interest rate cut cycle and the stimulating inflows into BTC as a risk asset. And the second one is accelerated institutional adoption, including increased allocations from sovereign wealth funds and pension funds. And for example, BTC ETF assets exceeding to $1 trillion. And the third point is technical maybe upgrades, such as something about coding layer 2, scaling, improving TPS, and reducing fees, and driving real world applications. And the final maybe because the war and policy and geopolitical events such as elections or resurgence in inflation, reinforcing BTC's narrative as digital gold. Maybe the price is going to pumping up. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you for the four key points you raised. Thanks for Lee. Well, next one, let's hear from Josephine.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, that's amazing point. And also, sorry, my network actually flipped and I had to come back again. So, just saying a brief about the previous question, then I'll hit this other one. All right, I actually have something in mind in the sense that we have a lot of US stock market tokenization going on right now, and for me, I feel like seriously, this was what NFTs were supposed to come and do. All right. So if we're getting stock assets tokenized, because on the local market, majority of the populace are actually acclimatize themselves with the stock market compared to Web3 space and new projects and what have you. So and you could see that a few number of them are doing absolutely very well. All right. And I know that when you have a project, all right, that is tokenized and because it's backed with real world assets, it has the capacity to do far, far better than just a project that is just building new innovations or coming with a payment system or whatever, what have you. All right, so that's just my few cents regarding that. I feel it more like it has the tendency to outperform the general altcoins. That's just my take on that. Now, regarding the look ahead of the market trend regarding 2026, I feel real world assets is going to be. I'm so sorry about my dog. right? Real world asset is going to do very it's going to be a major driver for what's going to happen with the Bitcoin this year, and a couple of other microeconomical events and what and news that are going to come out. They're going to play a significant role to how the markets. And now I just want to put this clause here, right? Now we expected 2025 to be like a mad rally to the upside. All right, we got to 20 something. All right, but that was not sufficient for the expectation. Now, since we have a lot of weakened hands pulled down right now, what we are going to see drive for me drive a lot of push to the upside aside news, geopolitical, whatever, and a lot of all those factors is the narratives, new narratives that are going to be coming. The new narratives that are going to be coming, coupled with also the fact that a lot of people right now are adding to their Bitcoin portfolio. The truth is, a lot of traders are beginning to get to understand the tricks of the game. That when the whole hands are let down, that's the right time to get into the market. So a lot of people are adding to their portfolio as much as it looks like everybody's wailing. All right, I know very well people are adding to their market, their portfolio, especially the Bitcoin. All right, so I feel when we begin to get some impulsive move to the upside, it's not just going to be just a gradual move, because it's going to be like a break back into the trend. All right, I made during a couple of events like this that we had last time. I said that the bull run is going to span into 2026. All right, because we have institutional play coming into the game, it's not going to be the game as usual. So it's going to be dynamic this time around, and obviously that's what we are having play right before our very eye. All right, so that's basically my few cents regarding this conversation. Thank you.
Okay, great. That makes sense. Thanks for Josephine. Well, next one, let's hear from Boris.
Yeah, I would say for the remainder of the year, uh, yeah, I think just the overall economic data and what happens with interest rates. So basically, just economic data, and also what happens with the stock market, because everything's correlated. So I think if we continue to get a bull market in stocks, this will translate over to Bitcoin and crypto as well. So yeah, I would just keep looking at economic data like U.S. GDP growth and federal fund rates and inflation data and yeah, just kind of like macroeconomic data like that. And then yeah, I'd also be looking for like any signs of institutions like buying more Bitcoin. So I'd be looking at ETF flows. So yeah, I'll just be paying attention to what's happening on the macro. I don't know. Uh, I don't think there's like a secret ingredient that will reignite the upward trend.
Okay, great. Thanks for Boris. Well, the last one, let's hear from Crypto Minister.
Yeah, well, the drivers, I feel like one thing that is very, very much important is for us to have a global politics that is a little bit settled. That is going to positive sentiments overall to the financial market. Very, very important. Then secondly, um, let's say news. Let's put it this way, the likes of NFT, CPI, and all of this news, regardless, affect the sentiments of investors. And Bitcoin is not going to ignite upward without people investing, without investors believing in it. So for now, I feel like the core drivers are going to be more of sentiment on ground, because the fact that everybody feels like, oh, the market is currently bearish, we need something that is going to cycle us up psychologically to feel like, oh, well, the market is well diluted enough for us to buy and see gain. So um, we need to see more more interest of nations in the crypto sector. So we see news like this that has a positive sentiment on the financial market generally. I believe BTC will make again higher because these are very possible beyond technicals that pushes the financial market.
Okay, yes, thanks for Crypto Minister. Well, that's all for our questions. And thank you all for joining us today. I bet today's live stream is very important for our audience. Be sure to keep an eye on CoinW and our esteemed guest. Follow the X accounts as they will continue to share valuable insights on the world of crypto. Stay safe and take care about your sport. Well, good luck and Happy New Year, guys. See you next time.
Happy New Year.